Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Kick Your OvenBreak, where we're going to be continuing on with the Great Patissier Battle event, where right now we are in the finals of the competition, and technically we haven't passed just yet, but all I know is that there should be, I think, there's 6 cookies that were in the finals, but there was only 4 who we so far knew are in the running, because 2 of them got eliminated, being Carrot Cookie and Everything Pie Cookie, because all carrots are good, especially with diverse flavor, but there's got to be more. And Everything Pie, what are you doing with a googly face pie? So that only leaves, I think it's a pink meringue, buttercream cake, Entremet, and Angel Chiffon, which I have a feeling that it's going to boil down to Angel Chiffon and Entremet, and then at the last minute, probably Angel Chiffon might win, but then she might get disqualified because, you know, talking to Bread Fairy might just, you know, maybe illegal according to Entremet. So unless if that somehow gets Entremet the win, or Angel Chiffon like gives up and just, you know, realizes it's not her who's making the cakes, it's kind of like more Bread Fairy's doing it. So there's that. But with that being said, we'll just have to wait and see as we unfold more of the story, and because we're unfolding more of the story, we get to play more of the game. And for that being said, what we need to do in level 2 is we just need to make sure that we get enough points, and in level 3 I think we actually have to meet Everything Pie. I'm pretty sure it was, it? No, Everything Pie was the first one. The next cookie is, I think it's either Carrot or Birthday. Okay, it's Carrot the next one. That'll be in round 3. By round 3, I'm in chapter 3. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect to get this many, like, OvenBreak videos, like, done, but I record the new update, obviously. I record part 1 of the story. I record a time attack trial for, Pain to Campaign cookie, and also, I finished the event with the, live challenge, which is actually really impressive. I know it kind of seems weird for me talking about videos like this that could be or couldn't be released, but I'm just saying that it's actually pretty impressive that I managed to complete that event, only on my, let's just, like, say second try, only just because, well, technically third, but you'll just have to wait until see that video come out. If you're wondering if I will make more content on it, probably not. Like, the only realistically thing that I could, like, make more content for that is just, like, oh, here's some other stuff that I can buy off the shop there. That's the only other thing that you could realistically do is talk about all the mini games. But here's the thing: anytime that you play, it's literally like a one-time, like, prayer. Like, legit, you just play, and, like, you just gotta pray that you get, like, good luck. You pray that, like, your skills are good, and all that shebang. So that's all we're really hoping for, but we'll just have to wait and see, because they might add some new stuff later on. Besides, there is an event that I need to focus on anyway, which is something else completely different, which is, I think it's like I think, what was it, like Angel Chiffon's diary or something like that, cooking diary? I forgot what it was, but I know you need to run in, I think it was breakout, trophy race, and cookie trials. Is that what it was? I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure 19 missions should be enough to get all the missions done here to move on to the next cutscene. Yes, it is. Once you see that precious 300 gems, now you're cooking. Like a good patissier.
Let's take a look at Entremet Cookie's presentation. You fought your way back to the redemption round, and wow, what a stunning spread. What was your mindset going into this? Before, I wanted to win because I couldn't afford to tarnish the reputation of the Sweet Hotel, and because I had something to prove about my own skills. But now I'm genuinely enjoying myself. Baking is something I've done every single day, and yet somehow I keep thinking to myself, can baking really bring me this much joy? Feels like I've fallen in love with it all over again.
Oh, I've had a feeling something has shifted in your eyes. Entremet Cookie, I'm so very glad to see that spark of passion. What a wonderfully positive change. So tell me, have you finally remembered what you'd forgotten?
Yes, thank you, Madame Patissier. And to answer your question, the first dessert I ever fell in love with, the first one I ever baked, I found my way back to them. And the feelings that came with them both, too.
Well, those two are definitely speaking the same language now. But I think I know exactly what they mean about the sparked passions coming back. I never thought I'd be the one saying this, but the bake is incredibly even all across the board.
That was supposed to be my line, but yes, the bake is superb, and the variety of desserts on display is genuinely impressive. The crème bûcher, or the crème brûche, is particularly mesmerizing. It is an extraordinary demanding piece of work, and it shows.
Incredible! Entremet Cookie's the first of the semifinalists to receive a unanimous vote from all the judges. Haha! What a comeback, ladies and gentlemen. She was on the verge of elimination just a short while ago, but now she's the first to head towards the final. I owe this entirety to Angel Chiffon Cookie. Watching her, conversing with her,
That is what helped me find my way back to where I started. So please, Angel Chiffon Cookie, you better make it to the finale too. I'll be waiting.
Next up, Pink Meringue Cookie.
An exquisite showcase of your decorating skills, I must say. A cookie who can handle sugar work with this level of fluency and freedom. There are precious few who can match this display before us.
But the design, the color palette, feels like deja vu. It's too similar to what we saw in the previous round. Those macarons on top of the cake, they feel disconnected from everything else. Just a bit too much.
I concur. Too much can be the worst than too little. It is undeniably one of Pink Meringue Cookie's greatest strengths, but even such brilliance can turn against you.
Now, what about Buttercream Cake Cookie's display? Even from a distance, those decorations are impossible to miss.
This cake is nothing short of a master when it comes to floral decorations, and I do not say that lightly. This spread would hold it on its own absolutely on any occasion without fail.
Quite so. The colors and shapes are simply flawless. I hear Cheesecake Cookie is a regular patron of yours, is that right? Very much so. Among those with truly refined taste, there isn't a soul who could turn down my works of art. When you use only the finest ingredients to craft the finest desserts, the results speak for themselves. Since you've only used the finest ingredients, I imagine the price of your desserts must be quite extraordinary. But of course, I could never serve my clients anything less than the exceptionally gourmet. Every guest is received with the utmost care, and only the most premium of ingredients befit their caliber. I serve noble, treasured individuals, after all.
Personally, I find it a bit intimidating. Compared to the other contestants, leaning in this heavily into luxurious ingredients alone makes it feel like a one-song act on repeat.
I beg your pardon?
Desserts exist to bring happiness to everyone. Had this been able to satisfy a wider range of guests, it would have been all the more perfect. As said, for the concept you've created for yourself, it was entirely appropriate. And finally, Angel Chiffon Cookie, please come up. I focus on keeping the texture soft and enjoyable, easy for both the young and elderly alike to enjoy. And I used a lot of familiar, homely ingredients throughout the entire spread. And because I want everyone to taste these to feel happy and healthy, I made sure every batter and cream would go easy on the stomach. Wow, this cream is rich and nutty, but somehow still feels refreshing. And not every white cream tastes the same either, but that was your game, wasn't it? How'd you get each cream hit with a completely different note? Oh, I based it on your feedback from the last round. I researched the ratios that would bring out only the best distinct nature of each dessert. I wanted every cream to, well, every cream, but I wanted every cream to have its own flavor and texture, even if they looked identical.
And it's all thanks to whom? Me. We stayed up all night working on these creams together. Go on, say it. Say thank you.
Shh, I know, but we're in the middle of something right now, so maybe later.
Take a look at this. The desserts all come in such a lovely variety of slices as well. Were these little cupcakes made with young children in mind?
Yes, exactly. The spirit of my formal spread is a party where no one gets left out. Everyone gets to have a share, whether they're big or small. I wanted everyone to feel like they had something made for just them.
That was also my idea.
Shh, would you please keep it down?
How wonderful. That's a detail most would overlook, but you caught it beautifully. Now then, the judges will convene and announce the results shortly.
It's a difficult farewell, but Pink Meringue Cookie, Buttercream Cake Cookie, your journey ends here. Over-the-top decorations, flavors, and concepts that lean too far in one direction can easily become stale.
You two are exceptional Patissiers beyond dispute, but we are searching for the finest. The results reflect every dimension of that standard we seek.
Satisfying everyone is truthfully an enormously difficult thing to achieve, but at the very least, the desire to satisfy everyone must always be present. I imagine when each of you first started baking, that desire was alive and well, was it not?
I hope Oven Wars has given you both something to deeply reflect on in your ongoing baking journeys. And Angel Chiffon Cookie! Congratulations! You're heading to the finale! Who would have thought an unknown rookie Patissier who barely stood out in the beginning of the show would make it all the way to the end?
Strike the word rookie from your scripts immediately. I have reviewed many chefs in my career, but not once have I witnessed such growth in so little time. We've seen someone becoming extraordinary right before our own eyes. The balance of flavors, the vision of the overall spread. Don't you ever stop baking.
I wholeheartedly agree, and above all, you bake with such love and joy. Watching you has made me want to run straight back into my cafe and start baking.
I as well. Every day of filming, the moment we wrapped, I went straight back to my shop and baked a full batch of pastries.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Bread Fairy. We made it to the finale.
I owe you that you had to make it to the finale. I didn't think you'd actually make it. You know what? I take full credit. I believed in you completely. Yes, completely.
Now's not the time to stand around. Let's get back to start practicing. It's time to come up with a recipe for the finale.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, before, I need to swing by the waiting room and change. The producers had to stop by for an interview on the way out, too. Oh gosh, my entire body's shaking and going all fluttery. Bread Fairy, can you hear my heart pounding?
I for one knew this would happen. After all, I taught you. Of course you make it all the way to the finale.
Well, should we practice baking first when we get home? I was thinking we could take the bouche recipe I saw in the book recently and adapt it into a full-blown cake. Or maybe...
Welcome back, English Chiffon Cookie.
Entremet Cookie, I made it to finale. Getting to compete against you is... gosh, I can't think of a greater honor.
I know. Well done. But never mind that for a moment. I've been waiting for you, English Chiffon Cookie. Is there something you'd like to tell me, honestly?
Something to tell you, honestly. Well, I was actually about to head home and practice for the finale. Would you like to come?
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking whether there's something you haven't told me.
Why are you suddenly so serious? Let me think. What could it be?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe something like the pale, round, fluffy little lump of dough floating right beside you. What did you call them? Bread Fairy? Is that right? How long have they been with you? From the very beginning?
Wait, Entremet Cookie, you could actually see Bread Fairy?
Wait, what? Special mission Choco Mushroom. What do you mean you can actually see? Are you telling me? Are you telling me? Angel Chiffon the whole time thought, oh, Breadberry's just like this imaginary like little fairy in my head. What? Okay, are we sure this isn't a case of cheating and more like a case of insanity? By the way, we get to fill this in. And we get, hey, it's Entremet Cookie. We also have preheated ovens. Increases duration of the cream floors. Ooh. Okay, that's going to help us for not falling. Which, by the way, I'm going to take a swig before we continue on. Which, now, like, I thought it was just a secret. But no, it's just... Wait, is Angel Chiffon just insane? No, she's not insane. But they thought they were an imaginary friend or something? What? What sort of sense does that make? I'm sorry, I'm confused as all pleb. What do you mean she was just... Wait, you can actually see them? Well, how is she gonna, like... Even if... At that point, I wouldn't even be upset. I'd be like, what do you mean? They're real. What do you mean? Oh, huh? Oh, I'm concerned. What? Wait, tell me, Angel Chiffon... Oh, I gotta see how this next cutscene plays out. That's not the carrot cookie one, but, like... Are you plumbing kidding me? Is Angel Chiffon just insane? No, because she can't be. It's impossible. But, like, when you're blessed with a whole fairy angel, like, what excuse can you really give after that? It's like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm just having this fairy, you know, who an angel blessed me with, like, help me throughout this competition, which, could you imagine? The bread fairy is just a hallucination this whole time. And plumbing, and Angel Chiffon is just talking to some... Well, that's not... Well, that would have been a funny theory, but that's not possible now because even Entremet Cookie sees it. So it must be completely something else. It's definitely not some sort of hallucination. It's definitely some real creature, but for all I know, I'm wondering how... Oh, I missed the yellow bird jelly thing. Curses. But for all I know, how the pleb is this going to turn out? Like, what is the true motive behind Bread Fairy? Because I'm going to be honest, Bread Fairy seems not fairy-like. That's the best way I can describe it. Bread Fairy does not feel like a fairy in my eyes. Like, you know, if you're coming straight from an angel, I'm pretty sure you'd be a lot more, like, not as... strict. Well, I guess being strict is one thing, but like there's just also being a prick, and that is just Bread Fairy to a T. Well, I'm just gonna take these. Hey, carrot cookie, I'm just gonna take these real quick. Good work on oven wars, carrot cookie.
Thanks. You worked even harder keeping up with my carrot patch while I was gone. Here, I got this for you as a thank you.
A carrot cake?
That's right, a carrot-shaped carrot cake. My experience at Oven Wars was really solidified one thing for me, and that's that carrots are undeniably the most perfect food out there. Now go on and give it a taste.
It's actually good.
That's right, you know it. After everything I learned on Oven Wars, I could even open my own carrot cake shop. Look what we have here. Something smelled so sweet I came right over this way. But it's a carrot cake. And isn't it cute? This might even make the little ones more interested in trying carrots. Maybe I should open up a shop next time the markets open up. What do you think, Spinach Cookie? That sounds like a great idea. I can help out. You know, if you stick a leaf of spinach on top of the cake, it might just look like carrot greens. That's a great idea. I could try making sheets of cakes with spinach, too. You got some good ideas, Spinach Cookie. You want to make the cakes with me? Sure. While we're at it, how about we make the next signature dessert a happy, healthy Hamlets? Wait just a moment. I'll get some fresh vegetables off from my stall. Genius. Well, I'll start working on my recipe right away.
What exactly are you going to make?
Ta-da! I like to call this my carrot tater beet spinach cake. Sheets of carrot cake broken up in layers of spinach and cream and chunks of potato topped with beets. It looks like a cake. It looks like it's a cake, but it's packed with nutritious vegetables. What a perfect treat. Beet cookie, what do you think?
It tastes fresh and healthy, but I don't know if this will convince the younger cookies.
Of course, the moment that you try to involve a vegetable treat, you gotta throw as many vegetables. At one point, does it become less dessert treat and more vegetable by itself? I gotta, that's something I better like ask a search engine, like what is the percentage of carrot inside of a carrot cake? Because I'm now very curious, because like there's no way you're just like, oh, my diet consists of like, eating carrot cake because I gotta get my veggies in, and that's this. That's not gonna fly with me, cheese. That's like eating cheesecake just to get your protein up. At that point, just eat cheese by itself. Now, whatever. We did manage to get all the missions done. Well, not all the missions, but like enough just to pass it. And now I really want to see how the plebis even unfolds, because like, what? Are you telling me only she thought they could? Wait, you telling me like the TV producers never saw? I guess they could go back at the cameras, but okay. Why the pleb nots?
So let me get this straight. You're saying that you entered this contest in order to help lift Bread Fairy's curse?
Yes, Bread Fairy said the curse would be lifted if I won the Toque Blanc at the grand prize. I never had any bad intentions when entering the competition. I promise I really didn't.
I don't think someone who loves baking as sincerely as you do would have any malicious intent, but competing as a pair is a clear violation of the rules and the spirit of the show.
I'm sorry, Entremet Cookie.
The truth is, I genuinely can't tell how much of what I saw was really you and how much was them. And that makes it very hard to feel good about facing you in the finale, too.
I'm truly sorry.
Hey, I will not stand here and listen to this. I won't pretend this kid wasn't a disaster in the beginning, but she clawed her way up here from nothing, and you know it. And you need to remind you who it was that thawed you out of that frozen heart of yours.
So now you're just going to butt into conversations out in the open. I still can't go over to the fact that you're just floating there. A bread fairy.
So you can't see me, huh? Does that mean the angel of baking blessed you two at some point? No, wait, you were probably just influenced by this one here, who's already had the blessing.
Perhaps, and you certainly raise a good point. Her hands can't lie. Those cracked fingertips don't come from anything but relentless practice. For the sake of everyone who competed before you, and so that you could stand tall before them, even for yourself, I want you to step into the finale and win on your own merit, fair and square. There's all the more reason for me to ask you that, because that's who I believe you are. You've shown me a lot in this competition, and I can only hope that I'm not wrong about what I saw. My desire to compete against you hasn't changed. When we meet on the set again, don't you dare disappoint me.
Oh no. We've been found out, and all the cookies to find out. It was my favorite Patissier. She must have been so disappointed in me.
We can't cry over spilt milk now. You're gonna have to pour your heart and soul into your own recipe research and show up on that stage with everything you've...
How am I supposed to make anything without your help? I'll just end up baking some word disaster called a dessert. You know exactly how I am without your help. I can't even pull off a recipe I learned in school without you. My fundamentals are shaky, and I freeze up under pressure, and I'm always 3 steps behind when something goes wrong.
Hey. Snap out of it.
I was never meant to bake it this far in the first place. What if I stole this spot from someone who actually deserved it? I don't think I can go on to the finale. No, I can't go.
What do you mean you won't go? Are you out of your mind? Listen to me. I will personally vouch for every ounce of baking acumen you've got. You've come so far. So very far. How can you even think about throwing it all the way right here?
I'll only end up disappointing everyone. You, Entremet Cookie, and...
Calm down. You can do this. I know it.
No, I can't. I only made it this far because I was lucky enough to meet you. Stepping onto the finale stage without you there, I don't have the confidence in myself. I'm sorry, but I'm not going. I can't. It's the right thing to do is just step aside and let someone who actually deserves to be there have the opportunity.
I swear on every oven I've ever touched, if you say one more word before I finish, just listen to me. There's something I should have told you a long time ago. I was once a pretty amazing chef, Patissier of considerable renown. Everyone loved my desserts, and because of that, I was given the chance to offer it before the divine baker. It was a chance no one had ever received, but I was so bloated with arrogance I never once thought to wake up and smell the icing. Then the day came, when the angel of bacon was to descend and carry the offers to the divine. I stood up and declared I would create every last dessert for the ceremony, alone. I was foolish. I told myself that, even if I cut corners, anything made by my own hands would be so magnificent, it would bring a tear to the divine baker's eyes. I pushed away everyone who offered help. I worked as if it was a frenzy, careless and recklessly. The truth was, I wanted to be the only one the divine noticed. Just me, no one else. By then, I had already long forgotten what it felt like to bake for the joy in front of it. I was eaten alive by my own flame and wealth, and with an even greedier appetite for recognition. Looking back, I was pathetic. In the end, that greed was my downfall. Not a single acknowledged me that day. The desserts I threw together so carelessly couldn't escape the eyes of the divine, and even the cookies who came to celebrate left unsatisfied.
Friend Fairy,
I wasn't honest with you. I pushed you to win without ever telling you why I was cursed to begin with. Even after I woke up from that long slumber, I haven't really taken the chance to atone for my arrogance, but watching you, the other contestants, Entremet Cookie, standing at the sidelines as I witnessed everything you went through, it brought so much back to me. Angel Chiffon Cookie, you keep saying that you have no real ability or skill, but you're a cookie who makes every room in a brighter and warmer place just by walking in it. You love baking more deeply than anyone I've ever known. You didn't just change me, you changed Entremet Cookie too. And there's one more thing I have to complete ago. Whether it's because I just woke it up or because the curse took more from me than I realized, I never had much power to begin with. All I really did was add a little decorative flourish to what you had already made. I think I was, slapping a fancy filter on a photo you already took for Instagram.
but you could cast spells.
Those were more like prayers, really. Or just cheering you on with a few word sounds to encourage you. What I actually gave you was all in the training. Building your fundamentals, giving you tips from every last drop of my own knowledge of baking, and that's pretty much it. Everything else, the baking, the icing, every choice you made about flavors and textures, that was all you. Entirely, completely you.
That can't be true.
You always had an exceptional palate to begin with. On top of that, the speed you picked things up, and the way you absorbed everything I taught you like a sponge cake dunked in milk, you were a joy to teach.
Well, I'm still just a novice. You're just saying all this stuff to make me feel better, right?
Hello? Why on Flower's name would I waste my breath on empty kindness? Alright, I'll say this once and exactly once, so listen carefully. In my eyes, you're a genuine, natural baker.
You're not just saying this because you want your curse broken? You're not tricking me into getting back on the stage, right?
Sheesh, since when were you the suspicious type? I'm talking some sense into you, that's all. You said it yourself, you love baking. Baking's everything to you. So what if you stumble out there and embarrass yourself a bit? And so what if you don't win and my curse stays unbroken? You listen to me, Bunhead. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna give it your all and you're gonna enjoy yourself out there. How often does a chance to compete against your favorite Patissier fall into your lap? Were you always this much of a coward? The point is, you're more than capable of doing this on your own. You're not just gonna let a chance like this slip through the fingers, are you?
You're right. I don't want to let it go. I want to give it a shot. Even if I embarrass myself a little, when it comes down to it, I'm technically still a student. I had nothing to lose, and I was ready to run away anyway, but not anymore. Thank you for being honest with me. I don't think I'll have any regrets now. So, then, shall we get moving?
Let's go. And even if you lose, you're going to go down swinging.
You tell me that... Okay, that's the biggest shocker I've ever seen. Bread Fairy being actually nice. Which, by the way, before we end, guess what? We got another bonus that we got unlocked, which is... Oh. Things? Oh, prepare tools. Increase points of magnetization, or magnetism, for jellies on cream floors. So once I'm on the cream floor, or once the jellies are on the cream floor, they get magnetized and I get increased points. I gotta make sure they all land well. Is the level 7 still good? It is, okay, but I might have to buff it up to level 11, I'm gonna be honest. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends who enjoy my Kick Your Run content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of what I'm doing in the future, and down below in the description, you'll see links to all my social media, you know, which is in my card website, We're All Plebs, that's in the description. You can become a member, you can become a pleb by becoming a YouTube member for $1 a month, and you can also buy some merchandise at the plum market. But above all else, I'll see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese. I want to give a big shout out to the plebs, aka the members who are supporting the things that I do, being Eduardo Pimentel, Casual Gaming, Jojo Sands, and Wavy Plays Games. Thank you all so much for all of the love and support, and I'm hoping that we can keep on going forward together.